Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jay, and I'll be talking to you about how to actually prepare for a job interview like a pro using AI. Here, we're going to start watching this video and seeing what this man has to say about how to use AI for job interviews.
There's absolutely no reason you should feel unprepared or scared about an interview in this day and age. You know what I say? I say use the tools. What most people do is that they take the job description and the resume and they throw it into their favorite AI LLM, ChatGPT, Claude, etc. They ask it to give it some interview questions and then they practice those. I'm like, babe, that is basic. Basic. You need to level it up.
They need to level it up. They need to turn this up a notch. They need to go to the next level. They gotta bam that bitch. They gotta go hard at it.
Okay? What you need to do is take your job description, their job description, your resume, a background on the person that is interviewing you, a background on the company. Go to GPT or Claude, any of them, and do the deep research, whatever one can give you the deepest research, and ask for background on the company, latest financial information on the company, questions you think might come up because of this person's background, core behavioral questions, and then questions you should ask that person. And then you don't stop there. You then do a mock interview. You go to Otter or your favorite tool to use to record, and you record your answers to that question. You actually answer them. And then you throw in that audio file and or transcript and you say, rate my performance. What was good? What are areas of improvement? How would you structure my answers better? Because they're your real answers. This is just interview prep like you would pay someone. You're paying for the tool. And then you do it again. And then you throw in that audio and that transcript and say, rate my performance. Have I improved or not improved? And you will find that you will be so much better. For example, someone will ask you, tell me about yourself. And you may stutter and say, well, I love doing boom, boom, boom. And I started my career bad start. The actual model will tell you should start with a really strong hook. And
He's right.
it'll tell you to say
He's
something
right.
like, I define my career based on two things. One is X and the other is this. Let me tell you about that journey. And the person who's the interviewer will definitely love that answer. It shows gravitas, good thinking, structure, because people don't have structure these days. Anyway, all of that.
This is all really good advice. You should really listen to him. It's tools that matter. It's how we effectively use these tools for our benefit, for how we go to the job interview and, you know, take this interview skill to the next level.
Just to say, I just launched this podcast, Not Just One Thing, all about multi-hyphenate careers. And I thought, why not share some tips along the way? So that's that. If you have any career questions, I can answer what I do know. But what I do know for sure is use the tools. And if you don't want to do all of that prep for one interview, it means you don't want that job or you're not a serious person. But that's just me.
So again, that's great advice. I want you guys to like subscribe and follow me, and I can give you the best AI tools for your workday.
Now, let's shift gears and discuss your soft skills. In your opinion, what are your strongest skills? And how do you believe they will benefit our company?
Thank you for asking. My strongest skills include marketing, social media management, content creation, and industry trend analysis. These skills will benefit Red Bull by allowing me to effectively build the local face of the brand and to connect with key influencers both online and offline. I'll be able to create and implement marketing
And
initiatives.
why do you want to work for our company?
I am interested in this position as a field marketing manager with Red Bull because, firstly, I have a strong background in marketing. With my knowledge of industry trends and sales, I will be able to make strategic decisions that will contribute to the successful development
and achieve goals, ensuring that they are met effectively.
Okay, about this question. When it comes to setting and achieving goals, I think it's all about
Meta announced that they're going to start letting some people use AI in their interviews, and honestly, good. LLMs are not the same product they were 6 or 12 months ago. Do I remember when they sucked? Yeah. Do I still think they sometimes suck? Also, yeah. But personally, I think if your company is going to require you to use these tools in your day-to-day work, they should allow it during the interview. One, it's kind of a skill issue, but two, whether or not they're sanctioned, people are using them. There's a bias, and I'm biased this way too, of seeing people who use AI really poorly and being like, oh wow, that's so obvious. But that is just because, like always, the people who are really good at cheating don't get caught. There are websites that crowdsource interview questions. There are also already screen overlay AI tools that you can use during interviews that promise they can't be detected on screen shares. And people who just study to the test instead of actually learning how things work. You can be a good test taker and bad at the job. Should we hire those people otherwise? I don't know. Are they qualified? People cheat. People have always cheated. People will always cheat. I have strayed off topic. This is one reason I think it's important to try to see critical thinking and problem solving instead of just straight life coding. I do think this will make it more fair for people who are lawfully good and trying to do the right thing during interviews versus the people who are going to do it no matter if you say you can or not. I don't know. Personally, I really don't think this is a bad decision, and that's not because I'm part.
Can you please repeat that question?
Sure. Tell me about a time you handled a difficult situation.
Sure, thank you for asking me this question. So, I recall a situation where our design team at a previous company was tasked with revamping the user interface of a complex software application, and we encountered significant resistance from the development team who were concerned about the impact on the existing code base. This experience taught me the importance of effective communication, stakeholder management, and collaboration in handling difficult situations, and I believe these skills will serve me well in this role at Apple. The end result was a significant improvement in user engagement and a reduction in customer support queries, demonstrating the value of a user-centered design approach and the importance of collaboration in achieving business goals.
This is the easiest way to prepare for interviews, and it will work for every single job. Start with your job description. We want to copy and paste the whole thing into ChatGPT. Boom. And then we're going to tell it to generate interview questions for each bullet point in the job description and analyze the job description for the top 10 keywords. And let's see what it gives us. Look at all those interview questions. Then you want to brainstorm responses to each question and make sure that the examples you're giving in your responses are corresponding to these 10 keywords. You don't necessarily need to say them explicitly, but you want your examples to demonstrate that you have these skills. This way, you'll know that you're highlighting the most relevant pieces of your experience rather than just projects that you may be proud of, which might not always be the same thing.
Great. Now, tell me about a time when you made a mistake at work. What exactly happened and how did you handle it?
That is a fantastic question. Thank you so much for asking. Well, to provide more detail, the mistake happened while I was leading the development of a new feature that involved integrating a third-party API.
Okay.
Initially, I underestimated the complexity of the API, which led me to set unrealistic timelines, and I was responsible for ensuring the feature was delivered on time and within budget. But as soon as I realized that mistake, I took the following steps. I immediately assessed the situation. I reviewed the API, I documented it, and the integrations requirements thoroughly. I openly discussed the issue with the team then and explained the situation and the impact on our timeline. And then we revised the plan. We worked together to create a revised timeline that was more realistic and adjusted.
Are you looking for any other jobs at the moment?
So at the moment, currently I'm focused on finding a role where I can leverage my marketing skills and grow professionally. I'm particularly interested in this position because it aligns well with my career goals and interests. I believe this opportunity would allow.
Hi Aidan, how are you? Where are you calling from today?
I'm doing great, thanks, and I'm in London. I've been looking forward to discussing this opportunity with you today.
Great stuff. If it's okay with you, I'd like to dive straight into it. Can you tell me about a product that you've launched that you're proud of and why?
Certainly. One of the products I'm most proud of is a mobile app that we designed to streamline online shopping for customers. It integrated AI-driven recommendations and a highly intuitive UI.
I understand. Could you please share your screen with me?
Oh, okay, sure. Just a second. Can you say this?
I can. Thank you very much. What is the difference between the MP3 and MP4 files?
Okay, difference between the MP3 and the MP4 file is that for MP3 is a file format specifically for audio. It compresses audio data, making the file size smaller while maintaining a reasonable sound quality, while MP4 is a multimedia container format. It can store audio, store video, images, subtitles, and even metadata. And MP4 files.
People are now using AI during their job interviews so they can answer any question that they get asked. The AI agent is going to tell them exactly what to say in real time depending on what the interviewer asks. The tool is called Interview Copilot by Final Round AI, and it's completely free. And if you're worried about getting caught, don't worry, because it's completely invisible to anyone interviewing you. So if you're struggling to find a job in 2025, don't worry, because AI has your back. Comment interview and I'll send you a link so you can...
And next question is, how do we maintain a work-life balance? And what specific methods do you use?
That's a good question. About this question, I think maintaining a work-life balance is super important to me.
You thought about what you will do best. What are your biggest strengths? And how do you think our company would benefit from them?
Okay, one of my strengths is my ability to quickly learn and adapt to new.
You're answering way too fast. Was it okay for you to share your screen with me?
Yeah, if you insist, I'll share my screen. No problem. See it?
Yeah, I see it, yeah. And would it be okay for you to just switch some tabs?
Yeah, you can switch tabs.
At my previous job, we encountered a sudden drop in website traffic. I took the initiative to diagnose the issue and ring across.
Notando, please tell us more about yourself.
Okay, I'm a chemical engineer who has previously worked.
Anymore.
Oh, sorry about that.
Still here?
Yes, I'm here, ma'am.
Notando?
Yes,
No, that's suspicious. No, that's suspicious.
I'm here,
Please
ma'am.
share your screen with me right now.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Oh, okay. Now please tell us why should we hire you.
Touch Besley, it's 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 touch Besley, let's touch Besley, it's touch Besley.
We're in 2025, you have no reason to be broke. There's apps like See right next to your interviewer's screen telling you answers based straight from your resume, so you're not even lying. This AI tool will literally tell you what to answer and what to say out loud and put it into sentences for you.
How do you usually evaluate the trade-offs between short-term needs and long-term goals?
An ongoing challenge required by our team was a careful consideration. I want to definitely mention also that light work. Go download the app.
If you're in an interview and you're asked, how do you work with AI? And you're like, what? This is officially what you're gonna say. But also for real, if you're not working with AI, please let me know, because let me fix that. I have a two-part answer. You're going to acknowledge that there's more to learn, and you're going to focus on automation and ease. I love learning, and because it's such a new space, I've definitely been paying attention to kind of what's emerging in the industry. I'm definitely not an expert. I've been using AI to help me streamline and automate some of the routine tasks to free up my time to do more impactful work. Definitely something I want to lean into more. So if there's opportunity to do that in this role, I'm really excited.